Today on Ballistic BBQ, I'm going to be cooking up my top secret Kentucky smoked prime rib roast recipe on my Golden's cast iron Kamado. I'm going to kick it off with a bourbon mustard slather. Let's get going. Some coarse ground Dijon mustard, some Kentucky bourbon, and as a kind of an emulsifier, I'm using some avocado oil. I just wanted kind of a neutral flavored oil, so whatever works for you, use it. Get this whisked up. There we are. Now for the rub. Kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, dehydrated onion, garlic powder, dried ground rosemary. Get it mixed up. And there we are. Let's get that prime rib prepped. I have here an 8-pound prime rib, 3 bones, and the rack of bones has been removed from this roast but retrussed on. Makes it a lot more easy to serve this. You can control how thick those slices are. Rule of thumb when you're buying a prime rib roast is 1 bone per 2 people. Personally, I always add 1 extra bone. Just, you never know. Like me, I'm a beef eater. And this is certified Angus, by the way, and it's choice. So first things first, I'm gonna get the bottom. Just gonna brush on that slather. It smells so good. Okay, now let's flip her over again. Hit it with that seasoning. And there we are. I'm going to allow this to sit and kind of sweat through a little bit while we wait for this cooker to come to temp. As I mentioned in my opening, today I am cooking this prime rib on my Golden's cast iron Kamado. It's been a while since I've done a video on this, and I'm very excited about this particular shoot. This thing is a beast. I love this cooker so much. Pure cast iron. 100% of this cooker is made in America. Family-owned company that's been in the business of like industrial cast iron things since 1882, and there's a lot of love that they put into this cast iron cooker here. I did a very detailed overview of this cooker. I'll have the video linked right up here, but again, they've been around since 1882. The one thing that's changed since my last video is it's now has an upgraded cart. It's got casters on the front end, which makes it a lot easier to kind of navigate this cooker around, especially on my patio here. This thing's awesome. So we're burning lump charcoal today with hickory chunks. Got the diffuser in place. We're running it at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just going to be a low and slow until it's done. As in any Kamado, you always want to burp it before you open it up. I'm going to put the probe in the dead center, the thickest part of this roast here. Look at the spring on this thing. Get that lid closed. Now it's all about just monitoring temperatures. I'll be running this cooker at 250 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the entirety of this cook. As far as the meat's concerned, where I place that thermometer, the dead center of the roast, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Allowing for carryover and everything during the rest. We're going to have a perfectly medium rare roast by the time this is done, and I will probably be rotating it once during the cook. So keep you guys posted. We're a little over an hour into this cook now, and we just hit 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to give this roast a little rotation. And look at that. You may notice that I switched probes. The other one I had, the battery died and I didn't have a replacement. That's the way it is. There you go. So we're just going to continue cooking until we hit that 120 degree mark. So we are at a little over 2.5 hours in. It's done. Let me see here. There you go. 120. pull this, place it in a pan. This will actually gather up a bunch of juices as well. And I'm going to loosely wrap it in foil. Now we're just going to let this rest 20-30 minutes. Very important part of this cook. The carryover cooking is still going on, and it's going to bring this roast up to a nice medium rare. So when you see me again, I'm going to be slicing this beauty right in front of you. Just killer crust on this. And here it is, as you can see, an amazing crust. So, like I said, regardless of whether that rack of bones is removed prior and then retrussed on, or left in place, I'm always going to slice that rack off before I slice the meat. As I recall, they never completely remove it. It's just a little snack for later. Let's see how we did. So I'm just going to go ahead and slice it right down the middle here. And there we are. A perfectly cooked, medium rare prime rib roast. Let's go ahead and try this out. Wall-to-wall color. Extremely juicy. This is going to be our dinner tonight. It's only 3:30ish, I guess, p.m. right now. So I'm not going to slice any more of this, but wow, success. That cooker ran like a top. I mean, once it got dialed in, shortly after that meat was put on, I only made one minor adjustment on the dampers, and after that I never touched it. It just ran rock steady. So kudos to that cast iron Kamado. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. If you're not subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit that notification bell, thumb it up. I'll see you on the next video. Keep those notifications coming in. Cheers.